It's a great day here, and it became even a better day with Dave showing up this morning. Last time he was here, when was that?
2009, I believe, right?
2009,
yeah.
Yeah, almost 9 years ago. And Dave had a Ural Gear Up back then for a good amount of time, and then your situation changed. You had to step away from motorcycling,
Yeah.
going to your main business, which I know you've done very well. And so if you can tell us about that, because I know it's connected to the motorcycles, to Urals.
Okay, well, you know, I have a commercial solar installation company, so the point of me having this bike with me is, you know, I travel the world, so there's nothing better traveling the world to have this with you, to see all the things that I see for any terrain, any weather, you know, all the good stuff. And when I'm on site and I go places like I did with my 09, I take the seat off, and I put all my tools and all my stuff to lay out my jobs in there.
Yes.
And I do my travels like that. So it's beneficial. It's just a great bike.
Absolutely. Well, now you just got yourself. This is probably one of the best, if not best, Ural we've set up here at Ural of New England. We're going to spend a few minutes going over some really exciting accessories. And what makes this bike, in addition to that, is the color combination. But I'd like to mention how you travel. So you travel across the country.
Yes, sir.
And you have this best in its class, I wouldn't call it a van, it's an ultimate van. It's the Mercedes Sprinter, and this is a very unique rare version with the all-wheel drive. And then you showed us some amazing things you've done inside. They're pretty spectacular.
Thank you.
And just by the stance of this motor vehicle, you can see it can get its owner to pretty much anywhere he wants to go.
And if I can't get there, I'll get it with this.
Yes, and I was just, it's interesting you said that. So if there are extra few hundred yards that you need to get there, I know the Ural will make it there. And then if for some reason Ural gets stuck, because anything can happen, you have a winch.
Hey, to touch on that would have saved me a lot of times on my old one. I was talking to the service guy about that. That was a lot of times I got stuck by myself. You get in that little position where you have to get those out. That's probably one of the best things that I saw when I was on the site, and said I have to definitely have that.
Well, so when Dave contacted us just recently to acquire the late model new generation fuel injected all disc brake Ural, we had this bike in stock, and it was our showroom display bike. It had our best options already installed. So on top of that, Dave got some really nice enhancements that we've been working on last week, and Dave is here today to pick up the bike and take it home. Are you going to Pennsylvania, or are you just driving to... I'm gonna
go to New York back to my job site, and then I'm gonna go to Pennsylvania, and then I'm heading to California.
Okay, well, so this bike is gonna make it across the country in
the
next few weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's take a closer look at some of the really cool accessories. Anything from appearance, lighting, get you anywhere type of features. We started already on the winch, so the bike has a winch. To start with, this bike already has factory applied undercoating on the sidecar tub and on all three fenders, which protects it from rock chips, salt, and some other road hazards that we deal with. It has a custom color, which is a very popular maroon color. I know you were questioning that to begin with, but how does it look now?
It looks great. Just like you said, I was nervous because of the pictures and the color, you know, but it looked bright in the picture, but it looks great, especially with the black, you know.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. So then again, just on the front of the bike, we're going to have to spend a little bit of time because there's a lot of stuff here. Well, a simple mirror, and then the spotlight, which is a standard accessory for the Ural Gear Up, but I see that this one has an H4 lighting upgrade, which allows it to be used as a driving lamp.
Oh, okay.
So when you have this on the road, you certainly will need to aim it accordingly so it doesn't blind other drivers. But this light is pretty much a driving lamp. It's a low beam, high beam lamp
Okay.
that you can and should use for just lighting the road. But it does need to be aimed accordingly so that you don't blind other drivers. And then as far as lighting goes, we have sidecar fender light, which is on all the time as a daytime running light. So whenever you run your headlamp, that light is on. And we have fork mounted LED driving lamps. These are already adjusted. You can fine tune them just so they hit the road just the right way. And then when you're driving and steering, that they're going to follow the direction you're going. And then the last one is the headlamp, which was also upgraded to the H4 lens with the LED bulb. So everything on this bike is LED.
This one's upgraded to LED now? Oh, okay.
So this is LED, this is LED. So there are upgrades of the bulb themselves.
Oh, okay.
From halogen to LED.
Okay.
And then in addition to the bulb, the original lens, which was very good, but it is upgraded to the Hella, European manufacturer that makes great lighting. So this Hella light gives you much better light distribution with the same bulb. You have quite a bit better lighting.
Okay, all right.
So you have that, and you have, I think you have pretty much every light available that we have for the Ural. And then, since we're here still in the front of the bike, this is Ural of New England exclusive. This is all metal, heavy gauge, front license plate with machined metal brackets. I know we didn't have it on the bike, so nice pick.
It looks great, yeah.
Very, very nice. We do have a visor, which is nice to eliminate the glare. Under certain conditions, you may have a glare caused by your headlamp, and this will make it much more comfortable for your eyes. We have a give you windshield, and I think we pretty much covered everything in the front. As we make our way around, I noticed you added heated grips.
Yes, sir.
Which weren't on this bike before. A nice universal device mount. Plenty of cup holders on this bike.
Yeah, so it's great.
Yep, you have the self-leveling one. A nice folding cup holder right there. Even though this is a fuel-injected bike, I noticed that you opted for an upgrade to the fuel injection system.
Yes.
And that is something available through our e-store, and a user would be able to fine-tune fuel injection system without using a factory tool. That's basically what it does. And I know it's right now it's optimized. It was fine-tuned by our technician. This bike already came, it was set up for our showroom with left foot box, which is a
great.
Very nice feature. It will protect your left foot. Your right foot is protected with a sidecar, but this is nice for off-roading. Of course, the 2x2 high mount exhaust, seating for two, which is great. Hand shifter. And I like your choice of electrical power supply.
Yeah.
Especially the placement, because that is something that I know you picked, and we're definitely gonna be using it. We custom made the brackets for now, but I think we're gonna make it as a installation option.
Yeah.
Because that's a great spot for the gear up. It is designed to go on the nose, but if you have a spotlight, you cannot put it there. So that was a great choice, and right now we have to make custom brackets, but we'll make them available.
My other thought with that was even carrying cargo, and I asked them to put an extra line on there, so then at least if the cargo is there and you stop, you can still pull it out. when you're sitting somewhere and utilize it. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? For whatever.
Yeah, it's a very easy on and off setup. So
Yeah, it's nice.
It can be easily changed. The rear bumper on this one.
It's great.
And the interior of the sidecar on this bike, I don't remember if it had the dashboard or if it's something you had installed.
I think you guys already had it on.
You had it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is our custom dashboard. They're actually made by a gentleman right here in Boxborough. It's wood. It's actual wood, nicely done. I know you can appreciate that just with a few things I saw in your van.
Yeah, yeah.
Very impressive. And then down there on the far right, you can see that's a controller for the winch. The winch is remote control. The remote is in your cargo area. It looks like a key fob.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yes, that is a remote control, so the controller is there. As we make our way around, on this side of the bike, there's a Gear Up standard shovel. There's a Fender rack, which is optional, and a very nice setup there. So I think we made our way around the bike. We definitely wish you a great time with this bike and in your travels.
Yeah.
And I know you taken your other bike to some pretty serious off-road situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm hoping this bike will definitely meet your expectations.
I'm sure it will. Sure it will.
Is there anything at all that you think we're missing on the bike for you?
Not right now. You know how that goes. Once I start riding, I'd probably figure out a few things, but you know, that was my point of when I bought it, that I wanted to cover all those bases, because what I discovered with my last one, I kind of went a little just more stock, and I wanted all them things, and it was more of I just felt more comfortable letting you guys do it too as well. I think that the same service guy worked on this as did my last one.
Yep, Ted.
And I think he was great. So it just made me feel more comfortable let you guys do it. It wasn't that much more expensive, and it's here. So.
And it saved you time.
It saved me a lot of time, and my time is, you know, like yours. So.
Yep, like for all of us. So I know you do install things for a living. You do some very, very fine work. I saw some custom work you've done inside.
Thank you.
I saw your other trailer, which was like super impressive. I wanted to live in that one.
Yeah.
So how do you grade this installation on this bike, the way you see things?
Oh, you guys, I would say, I mean, I'd give it a 10 if I had to get, but 10 was all I could go up to, because you guys do such good work. You're meticulous. Everything is perfect. You don't, you know, when it comes to wiring, a pet peeve of mine is to see wires or anything stray. Everything's covered in black or wrapped properly. Everything's weatherproof nicely. You know, obviously the presentation when you're done with it, there's no fingerprints all over it. You know, those little things matter to some people, which it isn't the fingerprint that matters. It's that it shows that the person cared about what they were doing.
Well, that's
great.
Know. Yes, we definitely do it that way. We appreciate you see it, and thank you very much for your business.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dimitri. I appreciate it.
Yep.